7:49, the holidays are right around the corner, and if you are separated or divorced and co-parenting now, there's a chance 2020 could make the happiest season a lot more difficult to navigate. Sarah Bennett, family law attorney with Sodoma Law, with us today to share some insights on how to get through a potentially stressful time. Sarah, good Thursday morning to you. I am a co-parent, have been for quite a few years now. So how do we keep, as co-parents, the most wonderful time of the year, the most wonderful time of the year? What do we need to know this time?
Hey, Jason, good morning. So one of the most important things people should keep in mind in any year, but especially at the holidays and especially during a pandemic year, is to prioritize your children's interests above those of anyone else, including yourself. And one of the best ways to do that is to communicate with your other co-parent as early as possible regarding your plans for celebrations, gift giving, activities, and any other things of that nature, so that you're going to prevent any kind of scheduling snafus or mix-ups from getting in the way of the holiday magic. So parents, especially this year, should certainly talk to each other about what activities they do and do not feel are appropriate or safe in light of the COVID pandemic. You know, in previous years, it might have been, quote unquote, normal to go visit with Santa Claus at the mall or go to holiday parties with friends and extended family, visit with grandma. That might be something that not everybody's on board with this year. So have that conversation now rather than on Thanksgiving morning, so that you're going to hopefully prevent a disagreement from happening, and certainly prevent a disagreement from happening in the presence of your kids.
Yeah, Sarah, hopefully the schedules have already been set for the holidays if you're a co-parent, but you can't always agree. You may have one that wants to be more sheltered and careful with COVID and not letting, a child go do certain things, and the other parent's like, hey, I'm okay. If they're going to get sick, they're going to get sick. How do you work out disagreements like that?
Yeah, disagreements like that are tough because, most people's custody orders don't include provisions regarding a pandemic in them. This is new for everybody. And, one huge issue is you're probably not going to get into court with respect to these issues anytime soon. So parents have to work them out themselves. So everybody should talk about what their most important priorities are and work around those. And if there is a huge disagreement, ultimately what the court would likely say is that whatever parent whose parenting time it is going to be able to make those day-to-day decisions on his or her day. So speak with each other early about those things and hopefully prevent a disagreement.
What are some things that co-parents should definitely not do during the holidays this year?
Yeah, again, you certainly don't want to prioritize your own wishes over those of your children. You want to be able to make sure that your kids are going to remember the holidays as a magical time and not the time they heard mom and dad fighting. So, and one other important thing, especially this year in light of the pandemic, is don't focus on old traditions to the detriment of making new memories. A post-divorce holiday is going to look a lot different than a holiday celebrated during marriage. And certainly these holidays in 2020 are going to look a lot different than years past. That doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. While kids might have in the past been able to spend a lot of time with friends and extended family, that doesn't have to be a negative that they might be missing out on that this year. Instead, use that time to spend one-on-one personalized time with your kids. Focus on what they want to do. Talk about what activities they think are important and are going to make them feel safe. A pajama party at home could be a great new memory you could start together.
Oh, yeah, that's good. And listen, if you are co-parents out there and you're fairly amicable and you don't argue all the time, especially in front of kids, maybe it's worth it for the kids' sake to spend time all together as sort of like a blended family, because, that doesn't happen all the time. So if you can get along with your ex-spouse and be in the same room, socially distancing, that always makes really good memories for the kids, especially when they're young. So Sarah Bennett with Sodoma Law, thank you, helping us prioritize what we need to do to keep it the most wonderful time of the year for those that are going through co-parenting. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All right, stay with us.